Good morning. Good morning, people of God. Listen, you know what I want to tell you this morning? Happy happy Thursday. Happy Thursday is going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. Your little country bumpkin sister got in late last night, baby. Yesterday was long. Yesterday was a long day. I worked before sun up and after sun went down. Yep. I worked a long day yesterday, but it was a very productive and prosperous day. But you know what I want to tell you this morning? I shared a post in my community section from what was it, Hustlers in the Hood shared, and it was ironic because it was similar to what I was talking with some brothers yesterday at work, and we were just talking about haters. You know, I was talking with three brothers, one's older, one's my age, and one's younger, and we were talking about how people will just sit back and watch you and hate on you. And then the post I shared this morning, it reminded me of that. Because it says, don't let your haters, something similar, don't let your haters get to you because your strength reminds them of their weaknesses. And that's similar to what we were talking about last night, And I want to tell you guys, when you go out today, enjoy your day. Keep a smile on your face. Don't let nothing a hater do get to you. Don't absorb their energy. As a matter of fact, use their hate and their tactics, whether it's blatantly obvious or whether it's crafty. Now, if they got a witchcraft spirit, if they got a spirit of manipulation, it might be a little crafty. They might try to get at you here in a professional way. It's a subtle way where they may do something, but it's targeting you at the root of their core. But don't let that get to you. But they'll do it in a way where it just goes over the head of the average Joe Blow. But see, you see that snake for who that snake is, right? So don't let your haters get to you. Deep down inside, they not happy. Okay? And people will hate on you because of whatever it is, whatever your strengths are. And people sit back and watch you. They feel some type of way rather than adjust their own lives. You can be a person who is a go-getter, who's very ambitious. You can be a person who work hard, and hard work is just like secondhand nature. You get a lot of things done. You're very productive. You learn a lot of different skills. You're always learning something, and God has blessed you with the energy to learn, and you find excitement and joy in what you're doing. It could be somebody who's stuck or sitting down, being lazy and only doing, not learning anything, just settled where they at. They're settled for life, doing the simplest thing in life. And they could be watching you, envious of you. Your hard work and in a different type of skills that you do could make them feel some type of way because they know that they just, they don't do anything, they're not being productive, they're not learning a lot, and maybe they may be doing things that probably are very admirable, but because they're watching you, they're beginning to feel some type of convictions because they know that maybe what they've been doing is probably the bare minimum, or they just, sometimes people will also start secret competitions with you. This is where secret competition comes in because your strength has now triggered their weakness on the inside of them. And sometimes this can be unbeknownst to you. This is also sometimes where unfair treatment could come in. Sometimes you can have people, it don't even have to be on the job. Sometimes you can have somebody that you may think that's a friend or somebody that you may have once looked up to or something like that. And you'll see that they start to move different. You'll feel it in the spirit first, because oftentimes life is spiritual, so you'll feel it in the spirit, but then you have to take time to study what you're feeling to pick up on it. This is what also helps us grow, helps our spiritual gifts grow as well. So technically our those that turn envious and haters, as we continue to remain pure in heart, and just keep moving in our own lane, those that turn like that eventually, they will become your footstool. You see how Saul and David, Saul envied little David. He kept an evil eye on him. And so there's some folk in this modern day time, they ain't even know they had a spirit of Saul, but maybe you pointed it out. People are battling demons, and they could be people who are in professional positions. It could be people who feel like they can't, they've inserted themselves into so many other people's lives, and they can't insert themselves into your life, or you're not looking for anyone to insert themselves into your life. You're comfortable and you're confident in your own little lane, and some people got a problem with that because they feel like they should be able to dictate, how you should carry yourself in this life. I know that sounds crazy, ain't it? There's some people feel like that. There's some people feel like if they don't put their stamp of approval on you, and you don't care because you're not looking for validation from anybody but God. When they feel like they don't put their stamp of approval on you, and they say, well, life don't supposed to be like this, or you ain't supposed to carry yourself like this, or you ain't supposed to do that, but you are doing what you are doing, minding your business, they got a problem with it. They got a problem with that confidence in you. And some people don't like that. And you confident because you know that the Lord is on your side. You confident because you're focused on God, the things of God. The Bible even tells us, cast not therefore away your confidence, for it has a great recompense. And some people will mistake your confidence for arrogance. That's not your problem. It is not your problem to go and say, no, 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 I'm not confident, I'm arrogant. Some of them people, they want that. Some of those people are narcissistic. A narcissistic person in their mind, they play mind games. They get a kick out of winning little witchcraft battles in their mind that you don't even know about. Their behaviors are very subtle sometimes, very crafty sometimes. Some people didn't even know they were battling with narcissism until your little light came along shining. I'm telling you now. So I want you to understand, as we continue to go out, let's stay focused. Let's keep tunnel vision. If we keep tunnel vision and stay focused on our own business, you will even begin. I'm telling you now, as you stay focused, you will begin to, in your peripheral vision, you'll begin to see the flies coming before they get in your lane. You just bat them back and keep going, right? And then they may go back for a while. If they're narcissistic, they may calm down for a while and try to change up a strategy. I did them videos some last year sometime. Them folk, they still trying to crack your code. Some folk is getting frustrated because they can't crack your code. You're peculiar people, see? And some of them, you get some people who claim to be of God, but really, they ain't got the Spirit of God. We supposed to serve them in spirit and in truth. And see, when you got the Spirit will help you discern, and identify your true brothers and sisters. You can get a feel, you get that vibe. But then there's some people who, they look the part, they all made up, they look the part, they talk about what God do for them. But it's something in your spirit that's just, your spirit keeps saying, don't go that way. Don't connect with them. Don't listen to them. You don't need nothing they got to offer. Keep going your route. Like, okay. And so you keep following the Spirit. And as you keep going, you see them, they steady trying to get your attention. They steady trying to get your attention. And you keep going to God about it. And he's not confirming them in your spirit. Let me tell you something. God see what we can't see. See, they can trick people, but they can't trick God, baby. And when you got the hand and the favor of God on your life, now you need to stick with God. Don't be gullible. Many of us were gullible and naive in our younger days and, the former things that we did. We've all been there. But as you move forward in life now, it may be surprising for you to see who truly is battling these certain spirits of envy, opposition. It may be surprising to see. Oh, but believe what God is revealing to you. And you keep on moving in your own little lane. You keep on moving. That spirit of Saul is something else. When Saul saw the favor that David had and the people, see, the people began to praise David. David ain't asked them people to praise him. David wasn't looking for nobody to pray him. David was tending the sheep, minding his little business. He was overlooked. He was overlooked by his daddy, because he's like, that my young boy. Surely you ain't talk about David. He brought his handsome son out who looked the part, right? Oh, surely he's handsome. See, looks ain't got nothing to do with nothing when it come to God, baby. But people of the world, even some who profess to be of God, they more carnally minded than they really think or than they really know, because they are more into the world. But they will say God, see? But you got eyes to see. You got ears to hear. So right? Keep moving in your lane. See? David, when they brought out, Jesse brought out his son that was, looked apart, so handsome. Even the prophet said, oh, he's handsome. Surely this is the one. What did God tell the prophet? Man judge from outer. I judge from the heart. That's not who I've chosen. Oh, people of God, some of you're walking around with the anointing, with the stamp of God on you. And there's some folk that don't like you because you're so confident and you got the stamp of God on you, right? Not that you ask for it, not that you puff your own self up. In fact, many of you keep yourself humble. See? You walk down, you keep yourself low. And let me tell you something, baby. When you keep yourself low, the only thing you can do is come up. They know you got it. They know you got that sauce. They know you got that drip. And let me tell you, they thought you were going to come running after them. They thought you were going to come seeking them. Yeah, some people thought you were going to come seeking their counsel, and you never even wanted their counsel. You see, you can praise other people for their strength, but some people let that go to their head, and they looked at you as you were so beneath them when you gave them praises and accolades, and they thought you come chasing their little coattail, not realizing your heart was set on God the whole time. See, Jesse brought out his son that he thought were going to fit the part, and they didn't. God rejected them. Even the prophet thought this most handsome looking, strong man of stature, the way he was built, the way he looked. Oh, he was a good looking, fine thing. But God said, that's not how I judge. I don't look from the outer. See, in Matthew 5:8, it say, blessed are the pure in heart, because they are already sealed. See, baby, when your heart is pure, when you are an empathetic person, see, you empaths. That's why people target you sometimes. Some of you are so empathetic. You can feel. You can even feel when people are coming at you in different ways. Your gifts are attached to your spiritual gifts. Your discernment is attached to your feelings. You feel in the spirit sometimes before you have the words to put behind it. See? And see, blessed are the pure in heart. They shall see God. That's a done deal. That's a promise. That's a promise. And the adversaries know this. Even with your flaws and all, that heart is what God searches. And see, once your heart is in the right posture, it ain't too much work you got to do like some of these other people. Some of these other people know what's deep down at the core of them. They know they got a lot of dirtiness and taintedness that they've been hiding, that they've been masking. They know they've been trying to play God and pimp God. And they know you love God for real. They know God is protecting you. They can feel the power of God and the force of the angels around you. See, that's why they will have secret conversations about you. They will come up with crafty ways of trying to get at you. They will send folk to spy on you. And some of the same folk, they will try to cut you down and put their mouth on you, but never come and approach you directly. Never come and have a sincere conversation with you. You know why they can't do that? Because their heart is far from you. And it's far from you because it's far from the Father. Jesus told him, devil, he said, you hate me because you are of your father, the devil. If you were of God, you would love me. See? That's why you get some folk professing to be of God, but yet hating on little old you. Think it not strange? Think it not strange? distinguish between the spirits. God chose little old David. Even Saul, when he got to Saul, he said, "You're so small, we can't, send you." David said, I've fought the lions when they come to try to take the sheep with my bare hand. Oh, that little thing was full of power, full of strength. He even shocked Saul. So, okay then, here, Saul started putting him on his own gear. He put that little boy on his own gear. I bet he was saying, where does boy get this power from? Where the boy so powerful and confident? And see, people, God, you make people fear. You fear people. People are afraid of you, some of you. And not because you walk around like that. They never seen nothing like you before. And they and they won't approach you. They never seen nothing like you before. They never seen nothing like you before. You're peculiar and you're set apart. That's a good thing. Everybody, you ain't gonna have a lot of people that can connect with you. The things that God has invested inside of some of you, oh yeah, you got to stay set apart for a reason. Some of you that got that spirit, and you don't let nobody try to rush you in the marriage. You get a lot of people that will try to tell you how you should live your life and try to make you feel something wrong with you if you ain't, you ain't doing this, you got some married folk and some of them are just as miserable as they can be. Then you have some beautiful married folk who always loving on each other, having fun, always laughing together. Then they can inspire you. They're always doing something together. That's inspiring. And they love each other. You can feel it even when you're around them, how much they love each other. That's what you call happily married folk. Not saying that they probably don't have problems, but you get a lot of people who always looking down on. You get some married folk who look down on single people, and that tells me something that, sometimes they might not be too happy in what they got going on. Because if so, then you wouldn't be criticizing. Sometimes people criticize you and try to make you feel like something wrong with you. You ain't married yet. No, look at the type of the world we live in. The type of world we live in, you don't rush folk into something like that. It's spiritual. Oh, I hear my rooster out there. And when folk are in God, and God is dealing with them, God will let folk lead folk. He'll lead you. You will know who you can give your ear to. You'll have some folk, they come to you so crafty, sent by the devil, coming to you. I got a lot of love and respect for you. They come so kind. I've had folk come so kind to me, so gentle. But my spirit was saying, don't give them your ear. Don't even give them your number. And I sat back. I was kind. Hey, how you doing? Okay, I get back with you. Okay, no, I don't want to give my number, I take yours. Spirit, don't call. Don't call. You follow the Spirit. God see what we can't see. See? God see what we can't see. And I had some folk that'll start out kind, right? And you ain't really responding to them. They might send you a message. You ain't responding to them fast enough. Then they start doing other things, coming out because God didn't show you, oh, this person right here want to draw you into conflict. Oh, this person right here, they with this over here. They with this group over here. And they sent this person to try to get at you. So you sit back and watch. They can't wait for too long. And then you see them start doing something that don't even make sense. Blop. Oh, glory. The Holy Spirit, that anointing ain't going to let stuff keep going over your head. You might have been through some things before, but if you just stick with the Spirit, we might get things wrong sometimes. We make mistakes sometimes. We ain't perfect. But if you stick with the Spirit, that Spirit ain't going to really let you be played. It ain't going to let you be played. Stick with that little small voice, the things that come to you, the things that maybe we used to ignore in the past. And after we ignored that and be like, we listened to what people had to say, and people sometimes led us astray. And we'd be like, I should have followed my spirit. How many times you said that? I used to say that a lot and be crying too. I should have listened to my spirit. I should have not did that. I should have went this way. I should have never gave that. I shouldn't do this. But it's the learning. We learn. So we grow through things is what I like to say. We grow through it. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share. When God chose David, baby, David ain't was looking for nobody. And God done chose many of you. He done put that stamp on you. You don't need to be approved by man. You's approved by God. Man ain't greater than God, although some like to think that they are. There's some folk don't even like you because you won't let them play God in your life. Oh, glory. Oh, glory. I'm telling you now, some folk don't like you because you will not let them play God in your life. They don't play God in everybody else's life. But when it come to you, you ain't having it. And they don't like that. That's that controlling spirit. That's where that Jezebel spirit come from. Oh, that Jezebel spirit be on some people strong. And some of them will even talk about Jezebel, and they be the main one with that Jezebel spirit trying to control other people's life through that little spirit of manipulation that lives with them, that's telling them how to be crafty. They stuck like that. I think they can't. I don't even think some folk gonna ever change. That's what you call a reprobate mind. And it's sad when some folk got that reprobate mind and they don't even know they reprobate. And it's sad that some folk, they got people that'll be connected to them and see all the errors and the mistakes that they be making. And they ain't got nobody that love them, even if they connected with other people. They ain't got nobody that can nudge them on the shoulder and say, look, these right here, you made some errors right here. You did this right here. You did this right here. You got to fix this right here, baby. I want you to look good. I want you to shine. This right here, what you need to work on. This right here, where you messed up at. Go back and correct yourself on this right here. You see? That's sad when you surrounded by people and nobody ain't telling you the truth. Now, it's one thing when you by yourself, because none of us can't see ourselves. We all make mistakes sometimes. When you by yourself and you ain't got nobody to tell you, okay, that could be a little understanding, or maybe that's the season you in right now. But when you surrounded by people, or when you married and you ain't even got nobody, your spouse won't even tell you. You ain't got nobody that can help you point out these things that other people can clearly see. Well, that's the biggest red flag right there. And then some people will continuously go on and steady be trying to target somebody they don't like, when really their main issue is right in their household. Oh, that's a bad place to be at. But anyway, people of God, have a blessed day. Understand your strength is why some people don't like you. The fact that some people can't control you. The fact that you will not let them play God in your life. You will not let them insert themselves in your life. They have an issue with you. But I want you to stay in prayer, stay in joy, and keep minding your own business. Keep moving. Sometimes, like I said, while you on your path minding your business, you might see in your little peripheral side visions, you might see the targets coming, and you have to just turn and spat it back right fast, and then get back on your thing. Get back on your thing. They know you powerful. They know the Spirit of God is in you. See that power that God said He give you? Oh, it's there. Luke 10:19. God says Luke 10:19. He says, 10:19. He says, I've given you the power to tread over snakes and scorpions. Tread over. See? He said, I give you the power to tread over. A snake can bite you. A scorpion can sting you. But I give you the power to tread over them. See? So many of them, they trying to bite us. Some already done bit our heel. But that ain't gonna poison us. We got the power to tread over snakes and scorpions. That's physical. Then it gets spiritual. For I've given you the power to tread over snakes and scorpions, and the authority. That's spiritual now. And the authority to overcome all power, not some, all power of the enemy. And we know that our adversary is spiritual, right? But we have the spiritual authority. Where do we get that from? Through our prayers, through our fasting, activating more angels, making it clear, letting the spirit gain ascendancy over the flesh through fasting, through prayer. That's why it was written, the prayers of the righteous avail much. It ain't said the prayers of every human being. Understand what these scriptures are saying. The prayers of the righteous availeth much. When the righteous cry out to God, he hears them. When you are innocent, when you are pure, you're not sitting here trying to hurt nobody. You're not trying to break nobody's confidence. Only somebody with a dark heart can do that. Only people who can hide their envy. People hide their envy. They're hiding that spirit of Saul. And it don't matter if they're older than you or not. They can hide envy. When somebody can hide envy, that is somebody who's been manipulative for many, many years, and they never turn from them ways. Them things are still with them, and they ain't doing no soul searching, baby. And maybe they are. Some of them maybe are. So it may take them they may be battling it a little bit, but they'll get it right. They won't keep coming at God's people the way they coming. And you can feel it. See, they can't even hide it. We say people wear masks and masks fall off. But see, with an empathetic person like some of you are, you begin to feel danger, whether they wearing a mask or not, whether they telling lies behind them word they spitting out or not. You begin to feel that's one of your gifts. And then you can pull back. And folk will be wondering, why they ain't never coming to seek my advice? Why they ain't never coming to join my team over this side over here, what we doing over here? You know, we over here doing this stuff. They say they like fishing. We can go fishing together. But they ain't never coming. Because you feeling what you are feeling, you know that it ain't all love over there. You know that they done had them private conversations about you. And you don't want to mingle with that. You rather stay right in here, in your own little lane, and let God have his perfect way in your life. When God send folk to you, there'll be folk, you'll know it. You will feel that purity, right? You will feel that purity. When the devil send folk to you, sometimes it won't be long. Right before they make themselves known to you, connect with you, they be trying to throw dirt in your face. They try to esteem themselves above you. They try to let you know you beneath them. They try to point out some of your flaws and errors to break your path up. Break your focus. They see you so focused and they want to come and interject themselves in your life, and they try to do things to let you know, oh, you ain't all that. And see, you know you ain't saying you all that. See? When folk feel like they have to let you know, ain't nobody perfect. You ain't perfect. You won't never say you perfect. You see what I'm saying? When they start coming out with all that and you know you just as the kindest person that there is, you know, you're a person that will give, help folk. You're a person that don't carry yourself too high, right? And see, they know when you stay low like that, when you stay such a humble person, the only way for you to go is up, baby. And people know that. See, when you carry yourself so low, you can be a woman like me who always work. You can be a woman who don't always get pretty all the time because, for one, you already know you're pretty. You don't need nobody to affirm you. And you don't walk around confident. You probably walk around complimenting your brothers and sisters. Oh, I like that what you got on now. You're looking sharp now. And you might not be looking sharp yourself because you... But you can get there if you want to get there. But let me tell you, there'll be some people that always attacking you for the way you carry yourself, and they can't even walk a mile in your shoe. They don't even know what you do day in and day out. But it be that strength on you. It be that get up and go on you. You see? It be folk that'll watch you like that and always want to criticize something about you. Because how can you be so happy and confident in your lane? How can you love yourself so much and you ain't fitting the part that we have deemed a part? See, who got the playbook of life? Who got the rule book of this life? God. God got the only rule book of this life. Everybody else just got their opinions that they've inserted into this life. Some people get their opinions of how they feel. When you go to some of these professionals and doctors and stuff, what do? They give you, based off of what they do, they give you their opinions, their expert opinions. But the playbook to life is the word of God. God has the rules to this life. And see, when you learn the rules because you've read the handbook, oh baby, and you're confident in the Lord, the more you read it, it's going to build your faith. See, the Bible says faith come by hearing the word of God. And so when you fill yourself with that, you walking around in a level of power that is unmatched. And all your haters can do is keep trying to get in here, that witchcraft spirit. And you're going to see it more and more the more you learn to embrace your times of isolation. The more you learn to embrace your times of solitude and stay talking with God, you're going to see so much. You're going to learn things that grieve your spirit sometimes. You might go through pain sometimes. But then as you keep learning, you're going to have your happy moments. As you keep learning, you're going to see all of this. And the sister, you said yesterday, you said you always feeling alone, but you learn to thank God. He knows what's best for you. That's right, sister. Because you're going to see all of this, how God truly has set you apart. Many are called, only a few are chosen, baby. And the chosen are peculiar people. They're strange to most people of the world, even them who claiming to be men and women of God. If you are truly peculiar, if you're truly God's chosen, you are strange to the average person. You are strange to people who are truly carnally minded. Some people may even call you carnally minded when they see your little quirks about yourself, or they see you just not putting God in a box and just enjoying the simplicity things of life, or enjoying some things, of the world, but you're not really in the world. They try to find anything they can do to tick at you or pick at you. Oh, see, he doing this. Oh, see, she doing that. Or see, she listening to this song over here. See, they ain't strong enough to understand you. They don't get you. They don't get you. And understand, it's okay. So have a blessed day. You are the light of the world. If nobody told you this Thursday morning now, I'm telling you right now, you got a little country bumpkin sister that loves you. You are never alone. You are peculiar.